You're here to learn Russian? Alright, it's doable. Very hard, but doable. And I'm here to help you. My name is Anastasia, or Anastasia in Russian, and I'm a Russian language tutor and a traveler. I started this YouTube channel to actually help my students to get information while I'm traveling to the countries, to like really far places with no electricity. In this video, I will give you an overview and just speak a little bit about what you are getting into. Watch it till the end and let me know if you still want to learn it, okay? And in the end of this video, I'll give you some basic phrases so you can check out this pronunciation and see if you are ready to try it. In this video, I will give you an overview and let you know what you're getting into. And watch until the end and then tell me if you are still ready to start learning Russian. In the end of this video, I will give you some basic phrases so you can try Russian pronunciation and repeat after me. And please don't forget to like and subscribe, that will mean the world to me. So, positive things first. Russian alphabet is really easy to read, not to learn. But first you need to learn it. Then second step, reading it, which is very easy because you read what you see. It's not like some words in English like daughter. I hear daughter. I hear 5 sounds. The word has like 8, 9 letters. So when I ask my students, why the hell did you start learning that? Here are some real reasons they gave me. The most common one is to get a Russian girlfriend. This is so basic. This is just like, you won't learn Russian, you don't have to learn Russian to get a Russian girlfriend. So I think that this is not a very good motivation because 1, a lot of young people know English. 2, you need at least 2 years of very intensive studying to really impress a Russian girl with your Russian. At least 2 years. So yeah, to be actually able to speak beautiful Russian language and impress a girl, it takes time. So why do you even want a Russian girlfriend? They're very demanding, never understand sarcasm, very easy to upset. Also not that easy to get to know, really. The worst thing is that they can just start talking to you in Russian at some point. So the second reason that is a little bit more real is to impress a Russian girl. That's alright, you can learn a quote from Pushkin and understand it and impress a girl. But then she answers you and you don't understand what she says, so you gotta learn it better than just one phrase. Reason that actually works is to talk to your already existing Russian girlfriend and to her parents who don't speak any English or your language. The next pretty funny reason is to understand what Putin says. Because like when you listen to the news, they translate him and you don't know what he's really saying. It's a funny one. I didn't even think that this was a real reason and that would work for that person, but the person who told me that actually is one of my best students. One more is to get into Space Force. I didn't know that exists, but I guess it does. And it's really interesting because some people learn it for work, and of course it works for them, but if you learn it for work, you need to learn something very specific in your field. Okay, my favorite reason to travel to Siberia. It is quite difficult to travel to Siberia without knowing any Russian because people don't really speak English there and you need some travel phrases, so you actually can explain where you're going, why you're going there, you're hungry, you haven't eaten for 7 days, or something like that. You need to know those phrases. The next one is being able to write in a mysterious way. Alright, that's pretty doable because writing in Russian is not that difficult, luckily. Another one, COVID. Yeah, that's a great reason because Russian can fill up so much of your time. Okay, now let's get to discouraging factors. Some people want to learn Russian to read Dostoevsky in original. That's probably not happening. So why? Reason why Dostoevsky wrote in the 19th century and Russian language changed a lot. So what you're learning is probably not exactly how he writes. Reason number 2, Dostoevsky knew and used so much more words than an actual like real Russian person knows and uses. Reason number 3, there's so many different ways to say things in Russian, the same things. So when you start reading, you might find it a little bit discouraging and think that you don't know anything. But that's not true. You know probably a lot, but he just knows more than you. However, please don't turn your back to Dostoevsky. He's great, but just try reading him in translation in your language first, because anyway it's much better to read a book in your language to know what is this about, and then read it in Russian, because that can be much more helpful than just dive into it in Russian. So let's just face the fact that Russian is one of the most complicated languages ever. You will never learn it if you don't really have a good motivation and a reason to do that. Even Russians have to learn Russian for 11 years of school. 11. And some don't really learn it that well. So the thing also is that every word can change. We have cases for nouns, and also they affect adjectives. Good thing we have only 3 tenses. Much better than Spanish, right? But also verbs change a lot. Even if we have only 3 tenses, we have a lot of ways to change the verbs. So what do you need? You need to make sure that you have a real reason and motivation to learn Russian. That's number 1. Number 2, you need free time. You need to be ready to put time and effort into that. Number 3, you need to be ready to make flashcards and learn them every day. Because you will forget that stuff even if you don't learn it for a week, you just forget it all. It happens, really. And thing number 4, you need to find a real Russian person to talk to. YouTube videos are great, but also if you find a language partner in some language websites, probably that will work. There's a lot of those if you just Google them. So, want to try some words? We can do it, but let's start from the sound first. Let's do... How was it? Let's do it one more time. I hope that your second sound was less miserable than the first one, unless you know Spanish again. So that is a very important sound in the language. Once you master that, you can move on. Now we can say Привет. Привет means hello, informal. Как дела? That means how are you? The word that can scare you the most is Здравствуйте. Здравствуйте. That is hello formal. More important words. Нет. Да. Я. So ты is a very specific sound. It's like E, but a little bit harder. It's like ты. Хорошо. Хорошо. So if you're still on board, then I'm pretty happy that you didn't just give up very easily. That's good. That's a good sign. And next week I'm going to post 2 more videos. One about Russian alphabet and how to read it, and the second one with some basic phrases that you will need. Please let me know your reasons and comments. I'm very interested in that. Пока-пока.